Welcome back to Button and Brick. Today we're continuing our build of Pavilions in Planet Coaster 2, and we're starting one of the park's most unique projects yet, the Conservatory. Before we jump in, we have a couple of exciting updates. So we recently released a long video in the form of a walkthrough of the finished entrance hall, which you all saw us build here live. And that kicks off a new series where we'll explore completed areas in Pavilions and showcase how the park's really coming together. And we'll also officially gave the park a new name, Pavilions. Now, I mean, it's time to keep building. The Conservatory will be a modern glass structure set among the gardens, and we're going to create a relaxing vibe within the park, bring in some more nature, and eventually we'll get this looking botanical. We'll start with the layout and the building framing and shape the architecture and begin bringing this new area of Pavilions to life. And I have some surprises along the way of what we're going to do here. So grab a beverage, snack, a seat, relax, and let's get into building here in Pavilions, Planet Coaster 2. So this is the space we have to work with, and this tree will mark our central point of initial inspiration here as we create the Conservatory, a unique attraction in Pavilions. Before that, we're missing someone. Let's see if we can find our friend with the balloon. So we'll need him to help guide our scale along the way. Let's see if we can find him. Maybe he's near the Performing Arts Center we made. Wait. That's him. Looks like he found our new glass elevator that helps connect the ground up to the monorail level. Looks like he's found a ride there. Hopefully he'll find his way over to the Conservatory so we can get moving on that, and we'll get set up. This will tie into the nice our marketplace, and check out the new art sculpture. That helps complement the entry and exit tunnels of the monorail and aesthetic of the Performing Arts Center. But enough of that, let's move on. Hey, how'd he get down here so fast? Wow, well, it's good to see you, my friend. Slightly silly, but it's kind of fun. Let's get building. Another thing we'll need to consider is the monorail and how that comes into play. So let's see how we're doing. Make sure we're set up. And we're going. If you like the video or the stream, appreciate it if you give a thumbs up and drop a comment. Feel free to interact in real time, ask questions, share your feedback. Really appreciate it. Love your suggestions, and If you want to keep in touch of what's going on here at Pavilions and how this place has grown from an exposition space to a destination, and what we're going to be doing beyond that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, right? And we're going to be dropping new content and having live builds along the way for now. So let's get in and dig around, so to say, with the conservatory here. I don't know if we have as much space as we would really like, but we also want to be mindful and not have it be any more prominent, considerably less maybe, than the wheel, and not really overshadow the Performing Arts Center as well. So I don't even know if it's would reach a height there. You know, might more mimic even the height of what you see the elevator at. Maybe that's what we use as a gauge, which is not a bad idea. We need to grab some glass pieces anyway for this conservatory, so to say, right? Which would be our botanical gardens and such. So I think we're good and done. I guess the only other thing to do is maybe say hello. Whoops. Say hello to you all into the chat. Don't know what that is, but I think this one's us, right? And out to all, hello and welcome. Fantastic. Let's do this. All right, we're going to use the concrete. All right, we'll just continue on this grid to build everything out, and then we'll carve out stuff as we need to, right? So, for instance, maybe the door is going to sit where that's at now, right? And then perhaps we have, right, what is an entrance form, right? The tree does, oh, it's almost already sitting kind of in the middle of that. We'll adjust that. Maybe we pull it back just a notch, right? We'll pop on, you know, we can always take away, let's go, I don't think it's going to go that far, but, and then we're going to build out the wings. Well, probably, yeah, I would need to go 3. Okay. Yeah, see, and that is even going to push it because we're going to be really close to the other curve here. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it's 2 and then the entry and then 2 to get in, 2, 3, 4 would be the same there. Okay. I think that's like the most we can go. All right, let's put the other wing on the conservatory. Okay, let's go in one more. We'll lay these down one by one. Okay. Don't even yet want to that there. We're gonna end up having to get to surprises sooner than later. Nope. 2, 3, 4. Store. Maybe. Let's hang on from going there. Okay, so yeah, mirroring what is there with the elevator is gonna be pretty close to what I think we should do. Conservatories can be really elaborate, you know. We're not creating necessarily a Victorian, you know, conservatory with tons of, trying to keep it more of a, I don't know, modern greenhouse-esque conservatory. Where are these things at? We'll also have to figure out how many we're able to really get and where. But you know, let's just put this down here. At least, nah, I did not want to add it to the building. Oh. 3, 4, 4. All right, that's its own building now. All right, I think we should do a. Like a barrier, not a barrier, just like a low wall. Because the idea is to have, right, like a low wall. Yeah. Put that Spanish gray. And we'll want to add that. We'll just, so, perfect. Where'd that thing go? Okay, there you are. All right, so the low wall will help because it allows us to put the planters and such to make things botanical, I guess. Oh wait, that's not inside, that's outside. I want to go there. Okay. We'll come back to this area in a minute. And I'm leaving a secret passage there. Right. Cool. So we're gonna get like this overall shape for our conservatory. I think it's, you know, you do see like there's an atrium, you know, that you go into, and then there's usually like a couple of wings, and then maybe there's other buildings and such, right? But that's usually kind of a core layout of like of an atrium in that way, right? Oh, big we want to keep the doors. Pretty large actually. But from this angle, it almost looks like a Chevrolet symbol. Maybe that's, you know, like overhead it kind of does. You know, it would be, I think normally we would want this area to be a little wider, but this is the right area for this exhibit. And it's supposed to, you know, be able to, or should we call pavilion? And it's all right. And we need some surrounding space for things. And the park beyond, right, what could be the other half of the park, all right, which we don't need to focus on now, right, would probably contrast. So this is, you know, good. It's a good place, like across from the marketplace. That's got the green living wall, right? I don't know. Seems fitting. Okay. All right, well, let's, I think we get glass in place. It'll really, all right, and we're going to keep that bronze or whatever color, but we're going to make the, hey-o, looking gorgeous. Ah, haha, yeah. Hey. Thanks. All right. Welcome. It's just made the glass just white. Gonna have to kind of figure out something with that. All right. Let's see how many of these we can get across. Come on. Maybe we go 2 and then we'll condense it so it'll actually bring it down, because it is pretty tall. That's a little, yeah, it's a little taller than I was expecting it to be. I think it needs to come down considerably. No. I want all of y'all. Group it up. Now I think the tree is, where's this dude? Yeah, I mean, that's the size, I think. You know, is just, who else up there? So that was the initial idea, is to do something like that. You said take the walls off and make it but we need the walls to cover up the backs of what will the planters and stuff will be. Otherwise, we're just going to end up seeing dirt or something else through the bottom of the window. So, but this will still have, you know, the impact that we want. I think we just need to get it, like, where it's gonna, the tree's gonna fit inside, and actually if we can make it, the roof above that's gonna go taller. So maybe we bring this down even a little more and add, well, let's add 2 more, I think. That's kind of already it there. This could be lower to support what we're going to do with a roof. Going to try to do like a pitched roof. Could we end up getting another set of them in? not opposed to having more panels. It kind of is like the fitting with it. How many more would have to go to like there? It can go a little bit, but I don't know if we'll make it a whole one. Let's try this, actually. Okay. Because the roof is going to go up and like pitch up, so it's going to be, it will be higher. And maybe we could get one more of them in. Maybe just that's the ticket. And then let's size that up. If you're just settling in, thanks for joining the stream. We are building in newly named Pavilions, and this is a giant expo center, and building the Conservatory, which will be a new attraction for our guests. Okay. All right. Let's settle there, or we'll be tinkering for a while. We already got to figure it out for the side, right? Okay. All right. So that one was much easier. And if you thought that was easy, then check this out. Boom. Okay. Right. All right. Kind of can see it coming together here. How many do you think we can get? 6? 8? 12? Let's try 12. Okay. Rotation complete. Nope. Could have gone more. Okay. Let's see it. Are we going to get lucky and it's going to like perfectly fit 4 more of them? Okay. Yeah. So close. Okay. So close. Okay, let's break this out in its own group. One thing we can do is bring stuff forward and backwards, so... Alright, how far is this over there? Not even super far enough. Okay. So let's just do that then. Okay. Why do one when we can do both? I'm gonna need to do it anyway. Oh, come on. Right. Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be that much of a crazy adjustment battle. But we can, oh, that'll just go. All right. Cool. Same trick here. I'm going for it. Just leave it. We know what could happen. We're not spending hours on that. Cool. All right. Okay, well, there's a good chunk of it. Come on. I kind of had it before, didn't I? See if we can just... How far is that out to the edge, though? All right, we can do some, like... We'll have to do some micro-adjustment-y kind of stuff. We'll get there. All right, how far can we take this one? And we end up going all the way. All right. Yeah, huh? Missed one. Might as well, let me see if I can just take them all, right? There we go. Yeah, so this is the bonus of building things symmetrically, I guess. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Oh, did I not grab the right? No, I did not. Okay. Let's see how this is going to actually work out. 1, 2. That's really close. Okay. So if that's the case, What are you doing? What was it doing? If that's the case, let's put here. So I don't know. I mean, we could have a glass back, I guess. I was gonna close it off and do something with the back wall. Interestingly, I think, let me close it off. First instinct was to close it off. I don't know why, but let's roll with it. And then it equally is easy to just tear it down and put the glass there in the ends. Uber close kind of with this whole thing here. Maybe we do need to open it up for all glass. Yeah, end up losing kind of the whole. There's other reasons for it. I think there's other reasons for it. Let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. All good. How's that? That one's not in this, like, the same exact spot. It's kind of, all right, those, we're gonna have to kind of work to half adjust it all. I could probably just do this and grab the whole series of them and move them. Will that work? What happens? Let's see. No, if something else is grabbed, I think it grabbed the tree. All right, let's just leave it. It's gonna be too much. Talk about the tree. Let's get this thing centered, just so we have some. Okay, and then we want it to sit back a little bit from the center, but be in the center area, so it can be under the, well, maybe we do need to move it up just, yeah, to like that one, I guess we do. Maybe we just do in the center, in the central, yeah, okay, all right, and we'll make it look more natural, like, besides it just being stuck on concrete. All right. Let's go for roofs. I think I need to build it on the floor, or like flat, so we can kind of imagine what we're doing with it. Because I think the shapes that, like, there is a triangle. There is a triangle. There is a triangle. There is a rectangle, which is what we had before. And there's squares. I think that's kind of the mix that we end up Don't know if the triangle's going to end up where I thought there was a different piece for some reason. There's like a roof piece like that, but for some reason I thought it was something else. But maybe the other triangle ends up fitting. Let's bring that down too. Like, we'll just have the pieces with us. And I'll grab the square if we need. Just one of you. Okay, all right. Let's bring this thing over here so we can see against the roof where we'll have to go to. This is going to be the most, I don't know, feels like it's going to be the more difficult part for me. Not really great at that stuff like this. I gotta align it over there. Making this more difficult on us than it needs to be. Let's level up our copy-paste game. Okay. All right, now let's do that. I have to move it again, but... Oh no, that's anchors there. Okay, yeah, it's shallow from here. So maybe the 145 degree angle one is the way. Ah. I don't know. That kind of seems more right, you know? Let's see what happens. That seems more right, I guess. Back to 45. And we'll try to just make as quick work of building this as possible. Because the fun in I was going to say this series, but with what I think we're going to be able to do, this could be. I mean, it's definitely a two-parter for sure. Could easily be a three-parter for sure. I think our if that's the case, right, as was for the Performing Arts Center, I think our goal would be to do that and just have another trilogy, you know, but no more than that, I think, is the restriction we should put ourselves on. Which I think is fair. All right, tonight, you know, we get things framed out, build the core, maybe a couple, you know, do a couple interesting things. That's gonna need to go. I see. Okay, go back. Besides that, you know. Oh yeah, so it'll do that too. Advanced move and duplicate. Yeah, so we're going to do that all the way across. That's right. Okay. Huh? Oh, it keeps thinking, it keeps picking the tree. Come on. I don't know how many are going to evenly fit there. Why is it not working? Is it just... Is it a different group? Oh, yes, it is. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I can already see the tree coming through some of the other ones. So I think if we just position and... Oh, of course not. How is that possible? I mean, shouldn't it be like perfectly the same, almost even as the other one? Oh, I guess that could be the difference of where the thing is at too. That's okay. Advanced. All right. Oh, that's not cool. Because that's not a line then. So I got an idea. Okay. Is it the right selection? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. No, that's what I wanted. Just shift it just a nut. I just want it to be... I might be able to get... I mean, if we probably adjusted all these one by one or did them something like that. But that's it. Okay, good. Okay, that works really good. All right. Okay. So things are starting to take shape in this glass box. Let's see. I'll grab a bunch of them. And our conservatory comes into light. Oh, I guess we're going to want to... That's the key, is to keep the frames lined up, right? Okay, so we know that one is not going to work. And if this one's going to work, that means this goes further back, and that leaves us this big old space to fill in. And that's what I'm not really sure about how to do. Right? So this needs to almost come back to meet what this is doing. So I mean, that could actually stay there. It's interesting to like, this is another thing where like, I'm sure, wait, you know, math comes into play, like what real architects and stuff do, and designers, but we're just gonna figure it out with some trial and error. Live. Okay. See, this is the part where, I mean, it could only really go to that. This is the interesting... I could just bring it all the way to the side and just use like the other roof piece, you know, like not do a tilt on this side. Do like a, I don't know, like a more triangles and flat. Maybe that's the, and just bring it all the way out and don't tilt in this part. Let's do that. Is this part of the same one? Not only is it easier, I think it's actually the right idea to look better in the end. It'll just look slicker, I guess. Slicker. Okay. Oh, this place is coming along pretty quickly. All right, let's keep going. Up and rotation complete. Ooh. Oh, we're better off aligning it with that thing anyway, and then adding more. Okay. I think this is going to end up actually working out. Or not. And it's not, you can't, so if this doesn't, then there is an option, no, that's what we do, but let's see that. The option would be go this way. Don't need that. I think we need to get some, I like the background stuff, but music-wise, but I think we need to get some specific ambiance in here to help truly inspire. Maybe we let it sit on top. Truly inspire us in what we're trying to do with the conservatory. And maybe this is enough to bridge this kind of. Let's see here. It's like all so super close. And there's no way to go exact. I mean, we could work on it forever in hours. But I think where there's gonna be overlap and stuff like this, we'll run like like maybe a thicker frame around some parts of it. But until then, this is really, I want to get a sense of what this place is gonna be. And if you've seen our past live streams, or go watch it, you'll see that, the first draft is exactly that. It's a first draft, and what ends up happening between then and really probably into the second and a half to third, one, it's just pretty remarkable, at least for, I think, what we're trying to do. I dig it. That's the whole point, right? I just found that I had an opportunity to share it with y'all. And if you dig it too, then let's keep this thing going. It's like it's not even there. It's like it's not even there. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Then that's the angle, is to get whatever it is to get to that is the angle. Ah. But it would have to go all the way down. That wouldn't make sense then. Right? Unless you made the pieces, if you make the piece. This is an interesting puzzle to put together, I'll tell you that. An unintended puzzle. Well, I'm gonna trust the long-term vision, and we'll sketch in real time, right? Like, we'll sketch in real time. There's no rules, right? Yes, rules, no rules. Right? We make the rules here. Within reason. Okay, so I think what we'll do here is... Yes, I like it. No rules, let's go. There are a couple of rules, like... kindness to all. Pivotal rule here, right? Like, that's a deal breaker. That's the whole point here. But oh, hello. I can fix that. Kindness for all. I hope so. Hey, you know what? In a virtual space, right? This safe space here, where we can have fun and explore our dreams and creativity and all of that stuff, then yeah. All about it. Let's go. Even I could say, hey, we were all there from the beginning. We'll get to set my expectations quite fair, so it's all good. Maybe we even do a something in the middle one too. You know, like go one across and then go up again, or just like raise one more up and just have like this kind of these are all connected anyway, right? So, all right, let me just lay them down and then we can explore that idea. Use non-frame glass and... Aha! There you go. Brilliant. Why? Oh, are those not the same like length as does it start there? And I think I want to have them all that length, and then what? Totally, and then we'll run with your suggestion because that's the answer, right? Perfect. Okay. So, all right, let's get rid of these two. Make that on. We'll have more control by by sliding these over one at a time. So the other thought, the idea would be doing something like this. I don't know about you all. I don't know if the music is like too loud or... I mean, to take it like up one more notch level and then just go with glass sideways too. I don't know. Maybe just going flat across with the idea of using the non-frame glass in between. The frame is less important, and it kind of would have like that cool strip through the whole thing like that. Unless there is this one. Well, that's convenient. All right, you still high marks for the non-frame glass because would not have got there or here without that. And I think that's the answer for all the other adjustments like this. We can start exploring that, but that's a brilliant idea. I was hoping to be able to just everything would magically fit, and and then all the pieces could kind of look the same. But I mean, that's just silly for me to even think about that. I kind of like that where, like, maybe, I don't know, I almost feel like I want to do more of it somewhere. Let's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come on, some of the most interesting, wait. Whoops. Some of the most interesting things here have come out of suggestions. Let's try this again. Let's put a roof on this thing. We have raised the roof. Now we need to contain the roof. Oh, let me make sure that's going with the lining up with these things. Because that was the whole idea, right? Oi, oi. Howdy. Foggy. Welcome. Why are they not measuring or lining up exactly? Like this one is. Fantastic. It's coming along better than I could have imagined. I guess let's overshoot going backwards this way. Thank you for asking. Yeah, this place is beyond my dreams. Like I feel like I want to come spend time here, even though there's not like a ton to do, ton to do. And that's, you know what? And that's kind of what I have done when I've had some time, is spend time here and got to hang out with y'all and build stuff, create stuff. Come on. But I'll look forward to, in a very short amount of time, you say 15 hours? Hey, yeah. So, yeah, well, that's the thing, is like we can spend 15 hours on this, and you know what? You know, have y'all ever seen, like, when they do some like really good artist, or like somebody who can actually draw, and then they'll go ahead and do like a thing where it's like, oh, here's like what I can draw, this in 1 minute, this in 10 minutes, and this in an hour. You know, I think time, definitely can aid in things being more on and having oh yeah, also I am only hoping that we're on pause or something, because that bird, okay, whew, I don't know about y'all, but that was, I did not realize that the bird was basically in half there. Was wild. Well, appreciate you stopping by. This one's off. Oh, is this the other one that needs to be? All right, we'll come back and adjust. I think maybe just that. Oh, there's going to be two more. Here, let me go from the outside in. Which one needs to go? Come on, find some sweet spot in there. Okay, whew. Don't know about you, but that was, no, it wasn't 3,200 pieces, but it was 448 pieces of glass and a tree. Okay, kind of getting something. Maybe this front should go lower, right? Maybe the front is only one high, and we push these other windows back, and then it opens up. I'm not sure. Welcome to the Apple Store. Kind of, at least the front part did look like that one. Okay, let's roll with something like this. I don't think that this is the angle. I think that's not the right kind of angle for this. Easy to do the sideways parts. Less easy, we could do kind of like an overlapped version of that triangle. I mean, could add a fixed structure to the and signpost the entrance up front here. Oh, talk about signpost. Hang on, I'll show you this. You got to check this out. I was working on a concept for signs. For the park. Wait, let's do, yes, that way. Yeah, I don't know that this is not going to really fit exactly how we want it to. Maybe it will angle in there. I don't know. Oh, wrong axis. No, I think we just free it here. Might have to kind of like fake it till we make it with this part. It's not going to end up even with that. I mean, this actually fits. Check that out, but it still has that other angle. Oh, I got to actually. I think we'd have to use triangles the whole way. Maybe that's the way. Let's not. I'm not going to discount that out. One down. One more. I'll go. Yes, we can. That is true. Or is that still on the outside too? Yeah, exactly. Even trees might be good, you know? Like do what we can with it. As you said. Ooh, I gotta plug that thing in. Huh. It's easy to go get like something to use as like frame, so why don't we just go with this? And then just we can get something to frame it. I only think we just need this on one side and the other, right? This is very unplanned here. Let's just go with it. We talk about no rules, right? Outside that. Welcome in to the conservatory. You just taking some shape. We have to just stick with this, right? Like, stick with the long haul of getting it just framed out, right? Like, that's the goal. And then we can work on refinement and all of that stuff. Nope. I'm gonna need to do like that, right? I think the front's gonna play a really important role. To go check this thing, the idea was see, some of them are off, some of them are not. Maybe those are maybe those are ports that we've purposefully left in, right? So I just moved it. I didn't. Okay. We've left those spaces in. And the glass is not overly opaque where where that really matters. Not too many other pieces we need, huh? Okay. Oh, let's do the same thing with this one because that happened over there. Okay. All right. So that's all glass. That's all glass. This is empty. We'll talk about that later. This is empty. We'll talk about that later. Glass, glass, glass. Maybe do maybe do another raised area in here. Like this central kind of area here kind of looks cool. I think the tree is fitting. I don't think it's coming through anywhere anymore. So that's good. Okay, cool. All right. Wow. Oh, I was talking about the sign thing before. Let's check this out. I created some signs, and to start with, put them just around this quad. Did kind of like a frosted glass with the bronze or gold. What's that? Always have some of those pieces slightly ajar. Ah, I understand what you're saying, like open like windows, like in a way. That's a good idea. You know what would be cool is maybe we could put those on like rotational pieces and have like a trigger thing so like they'll like go zzz, you know, like have like some automated thing. Yeah, so here is this, and it's the directional, and then from this side right here, all right, everything's kind of pointed the way, and I have each of those. After I did it all, I realized I didn't use a specific logic, and I'm wondering if it should have been in alphabetical order, if it's in directional order, and if it's in directional order, should it be in alphabetical order, like Marketplace come before Performing Arts Center? I realized this after. I was like, I don't know if it needs to be. It would just happen when I copied one, pasted it, moved, replaced a word, and did something like that. It feels like this almost should go lower. Effect is nice. Thank you. It's not. Feel it should go lower. No. Let's take you. Let's move you back here. Just the front section. Maybe that's why I had the original idea that the tree sits back. Maybe I'll split the difference. We'll just put it like in here. Eight, 16, 24. Oh, need to delete those other ones too. And then we can assess to see if we like this or not, and undo what we didn't do. It accentuates that the middle corridor set of wings. I kind of like it. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%. I almost feel like it needs more space to walk in. Like maybe... like this. Maybe what we need is that stays, but maybe we need to bring out this a whole nother area forward, and maybe then we tier it to where it's up there and then it comes down here. I want to make sure we get the entrance right, and that's kind of like the... kind of wanted a similar path of the entrance kind of going up, right, like we have here. And that's not, I don't even think it's that much, right? It's like a part of that. No paths, no building pieces. Huh. Yeah, the circles There's a reason why we're not building in circles. It's not that I'm scared to try it or figure it out, but it's not. Oh, I need to swing this around. It's not something that is. I don't know. I feel like I'll spend too much time there. You can kind of fake it, I guess. Fake the circles. All right, let's put some of this stuff here. I don't know if that's where it's supposed to sit or not. I thought it was supposed to maybe be in one more. I think that's it. Let's just give us some idea of something here. Which one was it? Okay. All right. Yeah, like the front, something needs to happen there. Like it overall, I think this is getting somewhere where we want it. I mean, I'm even thinking maybe we need to bring this in where this area should be almost flat, and maybe it doesn't go up until like this whole middle section only. Not sure. Like, I'll have to put some serious thought into it. Not too serious now. Was that not over there? Oh, I guess it's not. I guess we'll figure that out. 2, 3, 4. Can we get anything from the lights? Very light kind of seeing whether geometry kind of plays around or not much. A little bit here and there. It's plenty large enough, for sure. I thought it was going to be smaller, but it seems like it's a pretty decent building size. Where? Oh, we can do that too. Maybe it is just glass. Let me see if there's anything in game that... There's canopy. Right, so... I don't know why that doesn't work. I guess it's kind of like a bug. Only thing is, this thing is round. The rest of it's not really. There's a couple thoughts or ideas behind it. I don't know if this is gonna really fit the vibe of what we're going for here or not. Nope. I think we just do keep it super simple. And boom, there's the canopy. And we'll just find something to kind of reinforce it, like pole or something, and whatever. There's not really much of a. Those have kind of a very light. It's kind of I guess that's kind of like a very light, shallow canopy thing there. We do need to find some framing, I think, like just to make it a little bit more pronounced. Will have to grow on me. I'm trying to figure it out. I knew the roof would be like a challenge to do something interesting, and then I'd decide like maybe we do something as less interesting as possible, right? Like even if it means just squaring everything off and that it's not specifically, doesn't have a pitch to it or whatever. But and it was more of what we were talking about earlier, which is like, hey, we can spend 100 hours on this stuff, but it's kind of, especially in a live stream, I figured like the faster we move, the more everybody gets to see, contribute to, right? All this was a tree. What? How long have we been doing this? An hour and a half ago? Right? It was just a tree. Man, this could take an entire episode or two just to even populate all of the botanical stuff in there. My goodness. All right. I am thinking we may need to... Oh, I guess I didn't. We may need to bring the front up a little bit more. And that's only because we're going to experiment with something. And we're going to experiment with something sooner than later, and this is probably going to be one of the surprises it's a surprise, like, I guess anything here is a surprise to all of us since we don't have a map. Oh, that was another thing I was thinking of, map. All right, thousand things at once, right? But like it'd be cool to do a map, and I thought about like maybe doing it in the ground or in the concrete, some like visible map, so not overly labeled, but just kind of like a geometric pattern here of like the exhibit hall's over there, right? So we'd have like 3 blocks, right? The wheel, this, right, of just this area. The sign I put for the park up here out of the entrance hall, this is fairly new, using the letters and syncing them in, it creates a really neat, depends on what time we kind of are looking at, but it really creates this great, reflection. And the pieces are, I mean, I didn't realize that how almost, I don't want to say metallic they really are, but they kind of are more metallic. So I wanted to kind of leverage that same thing with it to be able to do that. On the other side, make a map, right? This is pretty cool. Yeah, like embed stuff, like make it super clean, as clean as could be, I guess, with whatever we're doing. And then we can. Oh, I was gonna say, did want to. I don't know if we've locked ourselves out of doing. I just realized I have that torch on. But one of the things, and I don't even know if it's in here, oh, it's not, is doing a bunch of this moss and scaling it down. But doing some of this, oh goodness gracious, sorry. Doing some of this moss like in these, within like the concrete cracks, you know, so. Something like that, I don't know, probably just play around with it one day and it'll look okay with like all of the botanical stuff going on. I have no idea, might not. I need something else. Kind of want to have like stuff that was like kind of growing between the cracks in a way. I don't know. I'll leave it there to like as an idea. I don't really have another way to do that. It might end up looking a bit too kind of too much lines, and maybe we need more of the, you know, more of the splotch of the moss. Because these, then we don't have to worry about what the lines look like. You can just moss. We can just get mossy with everything here, you know. Maybe save that for details day, right? All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm there, back now. All right, cool. So, welcome to what will be our one and only intermission break, where you'll have an opportunity to just go do something else, or go grab a beverage, have a bio break, whatever you need to do. And when we resume back, probably within 120 to 360 seconds, then we will be laying down what I think is going to be an extremely interesting approach for this park. And it just is, you know, when we have the theater that ended up having kind of this perfect opportunity for the flying theater ride, I think we found an opportunity to turn our conservatory equally into an attraction of sorts. I had a long, hard think about this. After this break, I think there's like a thing you can do, like break cards or something, like I'll be back, like stand by, but like I'm telling you, like I'm not gonna be gone for an hour or anything. Just hang on. If you dig it, hang on. It's gonna get neat. It's not gonna. I don't know how easy this is gonna be, and how if it's really truly gonna work. But if it does, this might be like part of like, hey, listen, we got to continue to kind of fake it till we make it here, and interesting idea that I'm looking to share, right? Till then, right? I'll leave you with, maybe the 4 o'clock version of the wheel with the conservatory in the background. That way you can start looking and seeing, hey, listen, what can we do to improve on the shape, on the whatever it is? Or maybe maybe it's conservatory in the morning. Ooh, that's pretty for the wheel anyway. All right, I will see you all in about 120 seconds to 360 seconds or less. You stand by, because when we come back, we will continue our journey of awesomeness here in Pavilions. Welcome back. Guess I can type intermission in the chat next time. Not really a YouTuber. I mean, I say that knowing how much YouTube content I have taken in over the past many, many years. So in that sense, I guess I am. Okay. So, like, we have something up for the conservatory. Like, from here, it's almost like the profile that I kind of was thinking, but I think that middle section has to go up. Like, it should go, like, maybe this is here, keeps it, and then it goes up even more, like, or maybe it comes up from this side. Overall, there's enough there where we can adjust as much as we want for the glass, right? But it doesn't stop us from getting started on the footprint of what we're going to use this building for. And while this building, right, will host a number of different flora, right, plants and flowers, and right, really kind of a botanical kind of greenhouse here in a way. This conservatory, this is the right thing. We will expand that, right, to show other climate and areas, such as a full botanical garden, right, with multiple climates of maybe rainforest and desert, since we kind of already have that here, and maybe fields, I don't know, right? And like, so the idea is we can kind of have, maybe it's a walkthrough, or maybe we turn it, okay, so check this out. Found a first use for the exhibit hall. If you're new here, these are our exhibit halls. We have 3 of them. And in exhibit hall C today, right? We'll just go in. I was like doing some cool stuff with the lights, the light rays and stuff through the glass. All right, so let's have a look of what's inside door number 1. Okay. All right, let's go in. So, while this is not what I ideally would want to use, and we'll talk about that because what else am I doing right now besides that? This, I have found, is going to be the best potential option for what we want to accomplish. And what we are going to do is turn the conservatory area into a boat ride attraction. This, out of all of what Planet Coaster 2 has to offer, aesthetically and how I think we can control it, looks the part. Although I think it is a coaster, water coaster. We will be keeping at a mild, I don't want to say mild, maybe a brisk float through, right, of maybe these different environments or biomes and back into a station. Now, here comes the part where we have to be very careful about how we approach it, because things are very sensitive with the way that the game builds and the way I can control. Whoa. The way I can control things with the controller on the PlayStation. This place is serious impact when you come in, like it means business. Well, if you're interested, you could go see how we made that. For now, right, let's create this secret project of, can we Let's close those doors. That's just easier. Maybe not. Right. Now, I have done us a kind gesture to, when I hid that, made sure it was leveled where we need it to be to do what we want to do with the best of what we can do. The rest of this from here is a guessing game, which is going to be fun. Like, this is going to be puzzle-like. And here's the catch. This coaster only has 4 vehicles. Other option is expand the the loading station, we get more. Expand the loading station, we get more. Otherwise, it ends up being a very low capacity ride. The other thing is where and how do they get to the loading station? So that's where the conservatory comes into play. That's the queue. This will equally get us to make sure that guests are looking at the plants and the other stuff that's there, right? Because they're going to end up having to walk by it. And we'll use it, right, to weave in so they all have a full path through, right? And they will be coming out somewhere on this side. And this is where we need to decide here. And this is, I mean, once we commit, we're there. Like, there's, you know, not going to be much runway. Probably just go for it and see what happens from there. Let's try. Okay. So I think the starting, well, it's interesting I said the start. The ending part of the ride is going to pass through the back of the conservatory, which the line will be weaving through, right? So had to be a decision of whether it was going to be arriving or not. So the easiest thing to start sculpting this is to just start backwards here. And let's see if we can get them into the water somehow. Okay. What about channel exits? I think that's probably it. And then channel track. Now, I know what you're saying. Can't see anything. All right? All good. So, when you move it like that, it centers on the, I guess on the middle rather than where the track is at. Okay, all right. I'm on the right axis, right? Okay. So I think let's just maybe just align it like this in here. First, and then pull it along. Holy moly, is it jumping around like a... This is what I'm talking about with the sensitivity of the, like, I think we want that to go right to the edge there, but equally it seems really close to the center. You know what I mean? Do you see how much it jumps around? And now imagine us needing to nail the height on that to like a T. And I get to only, like, we have to only deal with it a little bit here, right? And then I think the difference is we don't want, like, this is where things we want to be able to really incorporate maybe the scenery or whatever else in there, because we don't want the station to overly be visible at all, right? We want it to be, you know, it's like tunnel out into the station, tunnel back out into the station. I think if we align it here, it ends up potentially, I mean, it's the fastest route in there, but I don't know. It was just, of course. Let me just drop it down. Right. So, I mean, we could, like, I guess, I don't know. I'd like to see how much more we have to. I mean, that's the one we said. Ah, there we go. Is that 5 boats? No. Is that 5 boats? No, but maybe it'll let me add another one. Ha! 6? Ha 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 ha. Of course. Okay, we need at least 5 boats. It's going to be this. The size of this queue is ridiculous now. But maybe we work to actually incorporate this whole area into some more botanical. Like, let's make. I wouldn't even call it lemons, right? They wanted to break up there. Like, yeah, let's move it to that, whatever this line is here, as close as possible. Okay, let's roll with that. Cool? Right. So, here's where things get interesting. Whatever you've been watching so far, obviously, may have not been in my mind. It's where I'm just saying that. Well, let's take. Okay. I've been thinking that, you know, what would be really cool is to have a square push rather than a circle, or have shaped pushes. don't want to overly... Aha, there it is. Okay. And we just want to do it where it, see, intensity, like let's bring it down a chunk more. Just where it's not in the flume anymore. There you go. I think that's probably it. Okay, and then we're gonna go to flatten. And we're just gonna trace the... Okay. It's a decent starting point. I can probably smooth this out a bit. Okay. We have our ground that we can bring back, but we need to get, basic area there. I think we're gonna work to maybe build the walls in, so like we can probably go a bit wider. All right, fun's not gonna stop there, right? Forward, we're gonna have to go. I don't know if we'll return or whatever, but cool. All right, let's see if this works. So you want to see a magic trick? Natural water. Let's see where we get to. Okay. All right. Okay, so this allows us to start imagining what this body or channel of water will be like. This also puts us in a position to have to probably move the monorail. And then we equally need to consider, right, this needs to go from temporary holding station to a real monorail station. And if we want to be able to go beyond this way, we're going to need more transportation. So this will act as a central monorail station, and it will be a transportation hub, and there will be 2 stations with monorails. Maybe one goes one way, one goes the other, and then there'll be parallel tracks until they need to, I guess, diverge from each other. Let's get back to the conservatory. Okay. So the easiest thing for us to do is to test, make sure before we invest considerable time into creating something that it's going to work. So we're just going to create a loop. Even inclined to start in the back behind, but oh, it's not going to be that kind of ride. Oh, it wants to be. It wants to be. It really does. I know. Not going to be that kind of ride. Okay, all right. So we'll see boats disappear and reappear, but this will actually show us whether the concept's going to work, and then it's figuring out where we want it to go, what do we want it to go through, and using the next few sessions to make something happen. So we should be able to put this into test mode, and we will, let's put like 20 seconds between them, and just let them cycle through, and then they'll magically appear out of the there they go. one at a time. Next. All right. I guess that would probably go a bit longer out before it started curving out, but yeah. And then the idea is that we're going through and you walk through this botanical garden, and the line comes around. Oh, see, the boats are quite low, but so I guess we'll have to have it where it goes around here, like, and then it'll be on the edge, like with a glass, and you'll have the visibility of the boats. We could potentially lower or ramp it down. Like we can ramp this whole thing down, have this be more flat in line with this. The other idea was to do, oh, I think we have the larger ones over here. I thought it was going to be more of a dramatic shot from over here. You can't even see it. It's great. There's unless we lowered the entire building, which it's not terribly hard to do, and you put the ramp at the front of the building. It's a cool effect because it can work. Draft one. Lay things down, get it working. Draft two, repeat. Okay? For now. Also allows us to I think we had these and we removed them at one time. Sweet, here we go. All right. Even if we do lower the whole building, which is not a bad idea. I mean, it would be almost like we have the entrance hall that's risen up quite a considerable amount, right? So to take this whole part here and ramp this down, whatever 10%, I think that's all it would, maybe need. We get to sink the whole thing a little bit down. We just carve out the ground anyway, but since that's what we're doing. It also shows this place is not, it's not small because the boats aren't like over, there's like 8 people, right? 8 people in there. I almost pictured this almost a little even closer and tighter, like it should be like where the boat is riding up on that. So we'll have to consider, it's an interesting challenge. But we do have, and like from this angle, like totally sells it anyway, right? Like, I think that's it, is. And maybe the back is not this extra space behind it unless we put stuff there. I figure we leave space for it anyway. Let's create our own ambiance here. Sound good? Start making some beats with Planet Coaster menu sound samples. All right, we'll get our ambient speaker. It's like centrally there. All right, so change track. Ambiance. Okay, this will be a fun one. I love going through these things because on the PlayStation, you can't add anything custom. But the fun and the restriction of what you have is kind of awesome. Like, and we could probably rule some of these things out, like a battlefield, right? Nope. Nope. Oh. Okay. Paradise Forest. Oh, it only got better. Maybe we have different areas with this cocktail party. I don't think we're going to have any better besides. I do like this thing in general. This one's always a good one, too. It's what we have in the entrance hall. It's just more subtle. But perhaps it's like one of those bamboo filling things, I hope. You know, where the water fills it up or something's dropping. I don't know. Interesting. Okay. Forest it is. Okay. Okay, well, let's adjust the volume in it. And we're not going to just stop there. Let's no, it won't be a sound effect, but let's pick a musical number. We'll pick a musical number, right, for further inspiration as we build this out. I really don't know what really is going to play. Maybe something classical in the. Okay, well, I don't want a playlist, but we do want to just go through. That's kind of cool. Like, I didn't have a song for. Oh, this from the sorcery stuff. See, I didn't have a song for the flying theater. I kind of like this one for it, Enchanted Flight. Okay, that might ones we never even got to listen to these much. It's more whimsical. Oh, foreboding forest. Like maybe this is just like too easily perfect at the only the things we use from the entire sorcery pack are the music songs or the music sounds and the flying theater. None of this scenery pieces, nothing like that. That's all we needed it for. No, that's a little foreboding, I would say. A little too exciting. All right. One of those works for the... Definitely not going to be groovy experiments. This dude would love it, though. I did use this in a fantasy ride. That's on the channel. We use this on the Western Log Flume ride. I'll try to use something that I haven't used. That's the monorail. It's a botanical garden party. Oh yeah, that could be it. But how much of it does it play? And is it like completely like... I mean, it's called spring. It is classically... That's what I was thinking. Is it just going to repeat that over and over and over and over and over again? Oh, okay. It is spring. The next thing we'll need to do is lay out some path for Q and stuff like that. And we do need to consider, if it's something that we do want to drop the building down. Like, and for instance, I was just curious if I need to... How much of this is attached? Oh, I don't want to grab all of it. Hang on. All of that. like that. Anyone dare me? Dare me to lower the whole building down? Should have at least done it like incrementally with could probably just attach it to the reattach it to that other building, I guess, right? And it's at the mark where the floor is. Let's roll with it, especially since it's just dug me underground. And we got our concrete ramp game down, you know, decently enough. And that also allowed... That did everything else except the... Oh, it just did the floor. Okay. So it just did the floor. So we need to move all of the glass and everything else. But let's dig ourselves let's dig ourselves out of this. And let's just go. So the intensity, I think, is how deep it pushes. Size is the area of coverage, and the hardness is the walls. So are we on the ground? I think it's even like that. I just want to make sure I get like one extra one under there. And then we should be able to, and then we can bring the intensity back up for this and see if we can cover a bit of the area. Give ourselves our floor back. And see if going to play like that. No selected. That's what I want. Just the water. Nope. Okay. Back. All right. We do want to... Yeah, we guess we do. So this is where we want to kind of be careful of too much. This is where like a square terrain tool would just be so awesome. I don't know if there's a way to do that. Do not know. It's like on a different system of sorts, I guess. And we'll get in there and clean everything up a little bit. At least we got our flooring back. Let's see. Okay. That's a different thing. Oh, we still have a little bit more to go. That's a different thing. I didn't even put the water in. And it's still... Oh, how am I going to get that over to there? Okay, so we will do this. Let's just finish this one off no matter what, and we'll fix it from the other side. Okay, and then... Okay. Probably don't mind it kind of creeping in a little bit. Okay. Wait a second. What happened here? What? How far? What? How far do we... There's no way we're going to be able to go back because we used all of that was carving out the... How much more of it is gone? Oh, I guess we'd need a trip on the wheel to get over that. All right, let's forget about it. Let's go. That's easy to replace. It's on the other side anyway. Okay. All right, we'll take it from the other side. We got to lower the whole thing down anyway. All right, we'll get that cycle going again. I like when you speed up the time that the music speeds up and slows down. I think that's kind of neat. And then, like, it exaggerates. It's almost like tape warp. Interesting. Oh, it does create cool patterns on that back wall. Oh yeah, see, this is kind of a lot closer to the idea. And there's not even, the water's not even in there yet. Let's put that back. I don't know that this channel needs to be that wide. Like, we could bring this, really should be this much over here, like really should be that much closer to this edge, not too much. Maybe this over by half, and then we bring everything else in as well. I mean, now is the time where we have to establish exactly where this thing sits. Like, there's no... Maybe do this by snap distances. Maybe this will be easier this way. Yeah, something like that. Oh, let's roll with it. What happened? Okay. That's probably pretty okay. People start climbing out of start climbing out of the thing. And because we separated, this should be really easy to grab this whole thing. We'll move that. That's gonna... I can't see the track anymore. Maybe this will be what will determine it here. Needs to be some space. Such a weird color. I think I had to try to match the water where it's possible. I think that'll do it. And then let's just let's. This is not gonna go well, huh? Thing's gonna fly. Oh, okay. We just gotta get like somewhere in the middle. That's kind of close. We could do better. All right. Okay. That is where we will start. That is where we will start. This is now, we are now at a point where we can say, well, once we bring all the glass down, I guess, where I think this place will work out. So I'm going to turn off the building pieces. I don't know if the glass is a building piece. Is glass a scenery prop or a building piece? No, it's not. I think it is a building piece. But it can probably do that. Okay. Let's see, is it a building piece? Yes, okay. So I will do all of this and then undo, maybe by doing this. That's about right. I think we said 400 and something. I'll have to replace. I still have to replace that side. Oh, come on. Gently now. Oh no, both of them are in the back. Oh no, because this one's not needed anymore. I get it. Okay. And we'll take that. Hmm. No. One more. Is there pieces up here too, right? Oh. I will say, like, if you're in a position where you have to undo stuff and you've done anything with the terrain, definitely not an easy task. You end up you only have so many undos that you can leverage there. All right, let's clear these out. And then repeat what we did here, or what we did on the other side. I think the boats still will fit under that. I haven't seen one come around in a while. Am I just not paying attention? Okay. No, they're not. They're not moving. Get moving, boats. Do want the boats to have like a full length before. Oh no. A full length straight before turning in. All right. Even for testing. Okay, so that should be good. So those things should be running now, right? There you go. And then finally, right? We're getting somewhere with a conservatory where there's the boat that's running through the back of it. And it may or may not ever be worth getting it a hair of another this or this way or that way. But from here you can't see the track. From here you can't see the track. So there's, what about when you're on the ride? Yeah, I mean, whoops, I undid it. That's an interesting, odd, strange view that's like underwater, right? But this one's not. Oh, because it's in the ground. Right? But you know, make the water whatever we want. If we just had like the small world boats, or the Pirates of Caribbean boats. I think it's called like Armada in the first Planet Coaster. It should be like a staple. Like there should there should just be some rides that just are, you know. Yeah, it's not as like fast as like a Exo Giga coaster, but slow boat tours, cool. All right, this is close, but has potential, right? It has potential. Needs a little work, but it has potential. I think the overall oh no, let's use sampled. Going to be a little back and forth to clear some of this out. I mean, maybe we clear it out and then try to clean it better from the outside. I mean, and it's a like we'll have plenty of what's it called? Plants and flowers and stuff around the edges. It's not doesn't need to be overly perfect. But it does need to be cleared out from the inside. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, that's like way too much. Okay. And we're gonna go in here and you know, carve up stuff and make the terrain look pretty decent. It wasn't, the idea of this park was to keep things pretty flat. So this is a bit of a departure from, I think, that original, and that is just to keep it easy and be able to do a lot of cool stuff in a shorter amount of time and not worry about terraforming things, you know, overly too much. But now, here we are. And yeah, I mean, as we near and come around a few hour mark, we have at least a scale and understanding of where this is, and from here, can, you know, do we want to elevate it, make it even a little bit larger? I mean, there's not much room on this side. I wanted to preserve at least some space here. Really would like this edge to be nicer. Yeah. This area back here, so the boat will kind of weave through. That's why we need to push the monorail a little bit. So a little weave through this area. And it almost needs, if we're here, right, we almost need to come around where maybe it comes out, turns this way, back around this front area, and then goes back around through here, right, and then kind of meanders and curves through here, and then dun dun dun, and then back. And depending on what we do over here with it, maybe we need a show building, you know, to, you know, for some more, not dark ride, but dark ride element. You know, maybe we do need a show building for something interesting inside. For now, I can say, hey, we have a tree, we have a bunch of glass. It does have a roof. Kind of move around it fast. Kind of works out. I think what we do with the roof is gonna. I think it's gonna change here and there. There's an opportunity even right here to bring it out over here, so it's kind of this entire back part is not so flat. And it's not just this the wings, you know. Although it kind of looks all right. Is one wing? I know. I think it's just the lighting. Yeah. And then is this space too much? I almost think this space is too much here. Let's get like a, you know, it'd be cool to kind of get some sort of fake line in. Use a straight line builder. Right, it's going to be the queue. We won't use an invisible one. We'll make it. I don't know. Let's see what do they look like. Rustic, brick, Q. I don't see it. It's like, is it? Oh no, it's way too under. I see. Um, need the need something to latch it to because it's going to the floor. I mean, it's going to the ground and needs something to latch it to. Maybe the. Oh, and it's lower in here anyway too. See, now it's too high. This usually will float on there. I think if we well, we need to put the exit in too. So we can try to use that as the stone shell. Right, we can kind of. Why is that jumping like that? No, because I need it to be. Oh, come on, man. I need it to be here. I think it's on the right level, but usually this ends up being more on the level of the concrete. Let's see. Okay, so now we can use that. We'll take this. And we'll put this exactly. So we need to put the exit on the right and the entrance on the left. Not ideal, but I'm just in my brain because it just doesn't seem logical to do that. But that's we have to pick the flow. I guess this can go right in this middle square, right? Yeah. We have to pick the flow of traffic. All right. So if I align that there. We should be able to start. I don't know. Let's use this right on this side of that. Come on. So you'd go here. I mean, it could be. Not, it's not gonna work. That's probably where I need to start. Because this needs to be able to go. It's not terribly far off, but when it needs to be in the whole block in front of it. Wait, we could probably move it. I need to get back inside the building, and the camera's not letting me get in there. Okay, thank you. Here, and it'll be the last block that go out. I guess that's the way it's gonna be. All right, let's just bring this thing. Is this gonna stay? No, let's just stay in here. I don't think it's at the right level because I'm not seeing it. And we should see it. No, it is lower. Because here it is. Because the ground's not exactly flat. That's why. And it's stuck on that. That's why, because the ground's not flat. Got it. Okay. The ground needs to be flat here. And exactly okay. All right, let's see if we can get some sense of a path in here, and then we'll call it a session. Knowing we did. I had an idea to put a bridge in this front part. That's why I was thinking maybe we go back like a whole nother set, put a bridge, and then that you're over the bridge here. I don't know if that's enough to... This might be close to the tree. We can kick the tree back a little bit, I guess. But this is in line with the concrete, so maybe we use that. Whoa! Come on, man. It's the rule of don't ever put your... If the other one's gonna go in... Yeah, I guess this like this... No, that's where it gets messed up. All right. See, even there. See, I don't see it either. I'm not saying it's not going to work for if we're walking on it, but something is. Oh, is it because when I was? This thing doesn't like me lowering the path to be flat there. Like, I mean, This is where... Haha. You can see it go down more. It's close. But this will be the exit queue. The only other way to do it is that your entrance queue is short and your exit queue goes all the way, but I like the idea of a longer entrance queue. Let's try this again. No. The ground is flat there. Is that thing still above, or does it go below? Oh, I just messed that hole up. Oh, see, it is a little below. I might just bring that... Oh, that's going to be way too much. Let's see. I think I'm making a big deal of where it should be is just completely perfect underneath the thing and just stop worrying about it. Don't waste the invisible path. That didn't right. That didn't do right. All right. Take 15. Oh, when I undo the torch. Oh, let me just leave the torch then. There it is. Okay, let me just get back inside somehow. All right, here we go. See if I can get right. Let's just go to there knowing it works. And then we should already be able to go walk on that. I mean, let's see here. See if it lets us down there. Nope. Was that aiming in the wrong place? See, even here wasn't totally flat. And I can see that's not. I wonder if we have it on, you know, is it like on a terrain styles should be maybe suspended so it stays flat? Is that what we need? Don't want it to conform because that's what it can do now, and I think that's what that's what it's doing. It looks like that's what it's doing, that it's conforming to it. I think it just needs, we just want it to just be there. I think let's try it with suspended and see if that just holds straight through. There you go. That's the ticket. Whoa. What a lovely view from outside. Okay. Let's do this. We owe ourselves at least this queue through. Alright, so this will be the exit. We're going to make it, let's do this too. I don't know how that's going to be for us continuing that. Maybe we do that at the end. No, let's just pull the whole thing in. To like there. We don't have to worry about it. Okay, cool. Ha ha. So, all right. I'm not opposed to using something different on the floor. You know, what works best for the conservatory? Is it, you know, the concrete? You know? Definitely not that. Could be brick. Brick works. Concrete. Right. And just make it invisible is ultimate control. Or not. Right. But now we know we have an exit path. Right? An exit path through there. Maybe we want to, oh no, we know it's to the, we know it's like through the bricks in a way, right? Or blocks. So when we build like a botanical garden, let's say, thing, a good botanical garden thing, scenery bush. No, scenery bush, scenery. Like we throw something like this in there, you know, and I have no idea. I'm just like half guessing of like, is this kind of going to be the, you know, you have like just, you know, do we just line stuff like that and that's where the plants and stuff are? And I mean, this is, we can scale that. Like find the right mix for us. I don't know if this will be the planners that we use or not, right? And there's corner ones and all of that. But I think that's kind of the... I bet we can stand on this thing now, too. Ha ha ha! Check it out. Okay. Okay. And this will be and then you'll exit out. So when you leave the attraction, you'll exit out this way. Walk towards the central atrium, and then here, and then we'll up ramp, and we'll just ramp all that stuff up. But this is kind of like the concept. I don't know if it'll be these or not, but sneak peek, right? We'll get there. I think if there's one thing that I think would be really great to accomplish, and again, I don't know if we're gonna bring this forward more. We need at least this much to ramp down. So I don't. If we don't bring that forward, what we could do is leave it and bring this whole area back, because I don't think we'll need the whole thing, and then just use that, and that'll solve that. So we'll just make this its own. I think we're going to need all the light in the world for this. I think we'll be able to do this pretty easily. Might have to expand on it a little. Or maybe it's already there. I think if we do that, it's going to be over too much on this side, right? Yeah, duh. I just take it step by step. Okay. Close. Pretty close. Pretty close. Oh. Ooh. I think that's good. How are we here? I'm gonna roll with that. Let's expand these down. We need duplicates. This just allows us to get that little extra, because when you tilt that, it doesn't work right the same way. I'm not gonna grade it or anything. I'd rather just have this wall just like that. Oh, that was pretty fairly clean looking. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Whew. A little spray paint. All right. And we'll clean up the... Right, this down here also probably makes something like, I don't know, the gravel was really good kind of before. So I don't think it'll be green or anything down this channel. It gives too much, it like impacts the hue of the water in some way, I guess. That's fair to say. Oh, I guess we can flatten that back out again. Whoops, did we over flatten it? No, that's a shadow. Oh, the water's not even in there. What about the rough water? Is that too rough? No, we need the natural water to get the right well. The monorail glides past in the back. The benches and the things are not aligned anymore. I guess he'd be one by one. Still keep them, right? The bench is not gonna make it. I don't think we want people to sit like down a ramp anyway. Don't want people to sit down a ramp. I keep wondering why I'm not picking anything up. Kind of a lazy placement of a garbage can. Okay. At least in the end of the stream here, we'll be able to zoom out a little bit and say, hey, we built something. There's a concept in what we're trying to do here, right? And like to get the name down for Conservatory too. Put like the nameplate up. Hey. I think as all good things have to come to a pause, right? We'll have to continue our journey here with our conservatory next time. birds are going in there, which is pretty cool. And what we have here is a blank slate, both on the terrain as well as inside, right? Like picture, you see the tree there, imagine plants and flowers and whatever else all kind of over and growing up in there, right? That'll, when you look at this, it will be, you know, a palette of those natural hues, right? And then you get the reflections of the glass, right, alongside of that, right? And it'll really make this very striking. All right. At all times, it'll just, you know. So until then, right? We have a conservatory built with an awesome tree inside of it, an exit path for the boat ride, that passes through, of course, the back of the conservatory. So much for a clean glide through there. That is pretty neat in the back here, though. All right. Now we can have tons of green draping over and stuff like that. And in this area, right, figure, it's not going to really dig out too much, right? Because there'll be a barrier there, but figure this thing's going to run. Will it take a little bit? Okay. Could run like this, around, go through some different whatever's there, right? And then would maybe kind of meander through, and then you'd be back something through like here, right? A little sloppy at the end there. But like this is, as far as the ride path, right? And what we would have room for, I mean, there could potentially bring it out further. This is what I was talking about as far as undoing. Like I'm literally just clicking back. And get to a point where you won't be able to undo anything that you had before it. Right? But we'll draw that out with purpose. Right? And I think on the next stream, right, I think we'll have maybe some development on this building. Some couple things might be shifted around, things brought forward or such, and from there, right, I think we'll build out the track for the ride. And that way we have our space down, can help guide where the monorail potentially needs to get pushed back to. See what enhancements will come of this place, right? The space that is open here, right, I think we'll eventually have, right, some sort of landscape. Maybe it's botanical stuff. Maybe we have a path that leads out of here or out of here that is like a nature path that goes through, right? Not opposed to anything like that. Same thing over here, depending on where we get this track. Right, if this comes and curves here and goes back here, we can have like some sort of nature. Thought it was going to be more contained. I mean, I figured the track could end up breaching back that way. So, I mean, how much of this space do we want to use for the conservatory? I mean, we're not limited, but I think the boat ride should be, I don't know, be good if it was 4 minutes, but I don't think we're going to get more than 2 minutes out of it, and that's okay too. Might be easier to kind of do that and just have it be that kind of attraction. But we do now have a conservatory. Yeah. We have a conservatory. We have our friend with the balloon. We have a cool tree. Classical vibes. Geometric shadows. And a delayed boat entering through the back of the atrium. So, she'll go back into the station. So, hey, why not, right? Like, first draft, right? I mean, this thing still like reigns impressive in that sense, especially since, right, we can go through the elevator. So that's the last thing we did. We need to take this and bring it up to the level of that, not the size of it. It's about the level. This pavilion doesn't have to be high or tall up. It just needs to be impressive in that same way. And be looking forward to doing so next time here on the Button and Bricks channel. Stay tuned. Maybe you'll see us tomorrow night, maybe over the weekend, and we'll be posting another long video, I think, of what's outside of the entrance hall, be the reflecting pool, right? And I think that'll be a cool walk around, right? Y'all get that plenty here on the live streams, and right, try to bring you all the stuff I can through here. But look, ramp works down. See the boats in the background. Monorail. From so now we can do it. Pavilions. All right. We'll see you. Until next time. Slow day at the station over there, huh? Everybody's enjoying the park and looking forward to what we're going to be doing here with our conservatory and botanical garden and boat ride attraction. See you next time. Later.